Namaste, welcome back to Three Wise Men Tarot. This is your friend Mukesh, bringing you updates about your sign from this world and beyond. And my dear Capricorns, with Pluto direct in your sign, it's time to focus on deep personal transformation that you've been going through a long period of time anyway now. The transformation for you probably began somewhere around May, and it's on till I think May 2025. So a whole year of transformation for you. Now let's pull up some cards and see how well are you integrating into this newer self. And as I pull these cards, I'm gonna also look into some of your astrological aspects. So Pluto direct in Capricorn is asking you to step into your power and embrace transformation. This energy is about letting go of the old structures that no longer serve you. Saturn in retrograde in Pisces, which is your ruler, is helping you to reassess your spiritual beliefs and practices. Mars in Scorpio pushes you to transform your approach to friendships and social connections, bringing intensity to interactions. Authenticity, intensity. Authenticity is equal to intensity. Okay, so let's see what your cards have to say for you, my dear Capricorns. That was quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, my dear Capricorns, we start with the Devil. This is your card, this is your sign, and that's how it's represented in the tarot. Right. So, the Devil over here is talking about your shadow self, that you may have integrated well with your shadow self, or the shadow self may show itself again in forms of attachment, addictions, restriction, sexuality, temptations, seduction, including your destructive behavior, extreme materialism, codependency, and toxicity. So, if you haven't dealt with your shadow self properly, or tamed your shadow self properly up until now, it is going to show up again and again and again, because this is who you are at your core. But then, if you see, the Devil is not entirely negative. Okay, it also talks about to take a look at these things and take a hold of it. These things, as in your vices. If you're not willing to take care of your vices, if you're not willing to learn from your shadow self, like Carl Jung says, the shadow self is also all about what is wrong with us, or what is not acceptable by our own consciousness. That is why it remains as a shadow self. The next card for you is the Empress, number 3 in the major arcana, which means there is still plenty of material abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine energy, good parenting, development. So basically, some good things happening in terms of your family life, in terms of your material life, pointing towards abundance. The Empress also relates to springtime, so which means from now until springtime, it may be quite fruitful and nurturing times in terms of materiality and personal development. This woman is also pregnant, so you may be gestating some new ideas that you want to bring to fruition by spring next year. Overall growth and evolution. So imagine it is you who is gestating in this woman's belly and is willing to get out. But there is still a lot of work to do, because there's a lot of heartache, heartbreak, ending of relationships, ending of things that don't serve you, that are bothering you right now, letting go of a lot of things, a lot of inner work, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, maybe loss of few relationships, if not one, could ensue, which may cause a little depression, which may cause a little reality check, which may cause you to reflect on how you have been dealing with your relationships and how have you been treating people in your lives. Some people may stay, some people may leave, but then, all in all, it's for a new beginning. Now, new beginning of what? You have gone through a lot of new beginnings in this year, it seems. There was a new beginning last year, there was a new beginning of this year, there seems to be a new beginning now. But then there's new beginnings if it's only about beginning new stuff, then it doesn't carry on much forward, much longer. So let's see what these new beginnings are all about. Two of Cups, which means it's, of course, new love or new approach to love. There is Ten of Cups and Temperance. Now, from what I see, it is all emotional matters. Seems like your material or materiality remains where it is, which is deeply rooted in your existence. That's also what the devil does. But then it seems like your relationships need an entire overhaul. You may be looking towards more family relationships, you may be looking towards more uh, that was a break. Okay. Right, so you may be looking towards more family time, looking more towards love or deep rooted love, trying to find balance into situations, trying to find balance between you and your partner or the way you handle relationships. It's all related to desires. So, since material part is already kind of taken care of, if not completely, it still seems to bring a lot of relationship or desire related issues to forefront. If you have been destructive or if you are being destructive towards your own relationships, maybe it's time to have a look at what is it that is causing it. Is it your own shadow self? Is it non-acceptance of other people's shadow self? Or is it just that you don't want to find the mutual ground or a common ground between your shadow self and your material self or the self that you put forward in front of people? See, Pluto has been working with you or on you for a while, my dear Capricorns. And now that it's direct in your sign, you're being asked to fully embrace the transformation that you've undergone. If you haven't, then you may be being forced for it right now, or otherwise, this may continue for your entire lifetime if you're not willing to transform. So, this is time for you to let go of an old structure and ways of being that no longer serve you. Saturn being retrograde is also urging you to rethink your creative and spiritual approaches and to stay open to new ideas. If there was a task for you to do now, I would say try to set long term goals that align with your transformation self or the self of your transformed one, whatever transformation that is. Chart out a course for your future self or the future transformed self, which may be going through, which it may be going through right now. If not, then the universe shall do it for you. You may or may not like it. See if you want to take things in your own hands or do you want to leave it to the world or the universe to decide. If you do set a goal, it should be something that feels both challenging and exciting, going truly with your nature, as it will help you step more into your own power. See, Capricorns, you're built for long-term success. And now it's time to lay the foundation for your next big move, your next 10 or 20 years, depend on what you're doing right now, or until the next year or so. So be careful of what foundations do you want to lay, and where do your priorities hold in this time. Okay, whatever you prioritize will manifest for the next 20 years. Whatever it is that floats your boat, you must be very sure of it and put that face forward. Okay, that's what the world will accept. Okay, if you put a fake face forward, that's what the world will expect, and that's what will be expected for you to fulfill. So be true to yourself, be true to the world, and see how do you want to chart out your next 20 years. With that, I'll ask you to like, subscribe, share with all your friends who's got sun, moon, or rising as Capricorn. Hope this reading resonated with you, and do not forget to push that bell notification icon so you can get my next video on time. Right, my dear Capricorns, I see you until next time.